Welcome to the Yeah We Know podcast, part of the More You Knows podcasting network. In the ring with Jimmy, Chris, and Rod. Chris, give me an old man take today.
You know, America is a great country. We are a country that is based on democracy and freedom, and yet for some
Chris,
reason,
wrong podcast. Wrong podcast.
for some reason, in the WWE, this tyrant of a GM, Liverlips Pierce,
Liverlips Pierce, yes.
who I for no other reason that I can fathom seems to be bigoted towards people from the Great Britain, across the pond, Europe type of people. I can't understand anything else as why he is just running Raw into the ground to make this, I guess, CM Punk's world. When didn't CM Punk officially go to SmackDown?
Calling someone who's anti a group of people and then putting that group of people the way you just put the group of people is Chris King. All said in love, all said. It's fantastic, Chris. I love you. Rod, please help me here with Chris King.
I don't understand how we're going to open with this and not just give all praise to the savior of the entire WWE Monday Night Raw roster show, the entire feud between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, the man who essentially just made it so we didn't just waste 4 months of our life, the visionary, the revolutionary, the flashiest man on Monday night, formerly known as the Monday Night Messiah, formerly of the Shield. He's had many hats. Now he's going to wear the referee hat, Chris, because your guy has single-handedly scared every single referee in the WWE. And Jimmy, I'm not hot. I'm happy because we can finally have a stop for calling of constant investigations. Because what more does Chris have to complain about? Adam Pearce came out and told you no referee will work with Drew McIntyre. He reinstated your boy and gave him the match, Chris. What more could you possibly have to be angry about? Seth Rollins saved it. I want to hear you say thank you, Seth Rollins.
This is nothing but the referee's fault in the first place, all right? If they're not out there giving uniforms to CM Punk all willy-nilly so he can interfere in matches, if they're not going to call matches correctly, they have issues that they have to deal with. That's not Drew McIntyre's fault. That's their fault. All right. Seth Rollins doesn't
Adam
deserve.
Pearce got elbowed in the face. Whose fault was that?
That was Adam Pearce's fault because he refuses to rein in the wrestlers under his domain. All right. He's the general manager. He's acting like a tyrant, but doesn't do anything when things aren't done correctly. All right. He had huge botches and he has refused to acknowledge that. Instead, he wants to have an investigation about Drew McIntyre elbowing him in the face. There's no investigation there. We caught that on camera. How about we catch some other things on camera and investigate those? Like, he doesn't care that CM Punk interfered so many times with these championship matches. He doesn't care that Seth Rollins has no experience refereeing a match and should not be involved in a match of this magnitude at all.
Okay, wow, a lot to unpack there. First of all, huge shout out to the Cleveland Crippler here. Liverlips, seriously, he's calling you out, Chris. And you know what? It's what the kids say. It is what the kids say. I think my dog is eating something now. That's a. Rod, you asked Chris what he has to complain about. Just wait until after the match on SummerSlam about complaining about referees, because we all know something's going to happen, and Seth Rollins is costing one of these two guys the title. My question to you, Rod, this is not official prediction show. That's next week. Right now, as you sit, Seth Rollins is costing who the world championship? Or not the match.
That's the $10,000 pyramid question there, isn't it, my good friend James Thomas? You have so many past scripts to go upon here, right? I was trying to think of the most recent high-profile guest referee for a match. Daniel Cormier, maybe, right? I mean, that's somebody who wasn't a typical WWE employee, but they brought him in and they kind of made it seem like it was going to be a big deal. And then nothing happened there, right? We have Mike Tyson, right? If we want to go way back, certainly he was involved in the finish of that match. We have Shawn Michaels. We have so many past histories we can go upon. So I would love to see nothing more than Drew basically get screwed by Seth and CM Punk get screwed by Seth and somehow Seth come out on top. That's what I want to see, Jim. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I want to see. Somehow he makes himself the winner of the match. That's what I want to see.
Chris, other than Seth Rollins winning the match, who do you think he's going to screw over?
I think that Seth should be screwing over CM Punk. If we are to believe and take Seth as a man of his word, he's had way more issues for a way longer time with CM Punk than he has with Drew.
Yeah, I think we've kind of seen the Seth Drew thing. Seth CM Punk has more leg to it. So I think he's going to screw over CM Punk in this case, and Drew's going to get the win, and then he's going to go on to
What do you
try
mean
to
by leg, Jim? What are you trying to say?
leg.
What do you mean by leg? Are you trying to say something?
I really, really like Seth Rollins' pants from Raw, and his blouse was amazing.
You're not trying to say something about his leg injuries? You're not trying to make some sort of coded comment there about Seth Rollins' leg injuries, Jim? Because I also didn't like what Chris said. He was trying to intimate that Seth Rollins would come on TV and tell a lie. I didn't like the judgment and the sarcasm that was dripping off of Chris's voice there when he was saying, if we are to take Seth Rollins at his word, and then you make a crack about legs, Jim, and I just think everybody's attacking my guy here, and I got to hold him up one more time for the people that happen to be watching to see the visionary himself, Seth Rollins. Just make sure you watch your tone, Jim. We've talked about this.
So a website that I just went to, because I was actually looking, Seth Rollins had to have been a referee at some point in his career, a special guest referee, Chris. So I don't know if I'm going to give you credit for he's never done that before. But this website, Sportskeeda, which is a fine website. I don't go to it very often, but they say there's 4 different things that Seth Rollins could do at SummerSlam.
I don't go to it very often, but it's a fine website.
A fine website, I'm sure. See, that, Chris, is not getting sued. Number 4, he could call it down the middle, and we know he's not going to call it down the middle. Number 3, he could cost Drew McIntyre the win. Number 2, he could cost CM Punk the win. And the number 1 on Sportskeeda, and the reason why I'm saying this is the Visionary could lay both men out and the match inconclusively. They don't say he wins the match, but
let's go a couple of like a stomp on somebody, a pedigree on somebody else, right? A super kick out of nowhere. Let's go. Get the crowd singing the song. Bring Seth the feathered bow out in the middle of the ring. Let's go.
It's the WWE. It's the WWE. Seth Rollins is the referee. For all we know, he could pin them and count himself to 3 and be the winner.
He could. He's the referee. He definitely can. If you are watching right now, who do you think is going to come out on top in that SummerSlam match between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre with special guest referee?
See, I just broke you. You just said Seth Rollins was in the match. He's not in the match. I just broke you. Let's get it in the ether. Let's get it in the ether. Seth will win. Seth will win.
We're going to do our big prediction show next week, but I do want to talk about some of the matches that are on SummerSlam this week, and then we can talk about SmackDown and Raw, how they went in there. Undisputed Championship.
We're not going to open, Jimmy. We're not going to open the show with Liv Morgan shorts. We're not going to open the show with Liv Morgan shorts on WWE Raw and the storyline that continues with Rhea Ripley. We're not going to open because that, to me, was possibly my favorite part of Monday Night Raw. I don't know about you, gentlemen.
At some point, I was going to say, Chris, I have 3 words for you. I hate you, Chris. Those 3 words right there. I love Dom. Dom was great. He messed that up a little bit. That's fine. But then he went off on her. Let's talk about the segment. Dom is turning on Rhea so hard. It's not even funny. And the culmination a few months down the road will be terrific, and that even might be at Royal Rumble. You never know, so we might get to see that live. Yeah, he's totally turning on her, Chris.
I almost half expected to see Liv Morgan's cry turn into a laugh there at the end. Like that,
I did too.
I thought she was like expecting this, like she was hoping that this would happen. Like I really thought I was going to see that. I think I was more shocked than anything by the lick. Definitely was not expecting the lick.
It was something different, something new.
You can't have the laugh though, right? Like, Chris, I'm totally with you that would have been a cool vision to see, but you can't have the laugh and then tell the story that Jimmy's hoping to tell, right? Like the minute Liv laughs, then the jig's up.
I don't know,
but
because
she could laugh and it could be made for Rhea though. That hasn't been the laugh.
It hasn't been. I mean, it hasn't been hidden from us that Liv's ultimate goal is to take everything from Rhea, right?
Yeah.
So she's had ulterior motives this whole time. So that was going to, I was expecting that to keep me guessing, like, oh, what's going to happen next? Like, what does she have planned, and how was this part of it?
Oh, okay, so light bulbs going off here, Jim. So I see what you're saying. Okay, so Chris, we could still tell that story, and then Dom's gonna just turn on Rhea when it's advantageous for him, right? He's gonna, it's like it's gonna be some way of like of launching him, right? And then into the arms of somebody else, right? Like maybe even somebody swoops in. Like maybe that's the story we're telling, right? Is that Liv and Rhea have this whole thing going on where they're gonna be locking horns, and meanwhile, somebody like Charlotte's going to sneak back in, right? And she's going to say, I've been working with Dom this whole time, right?
Dude, your gimmick is ridiculous. Seth Rollins is going to win a match he's refereeing. Charlotte's got to come back. Oh, we got to have Charlotte. If Charlotte's not here, what can we do? Hey, what if Charlotte's here? What can we do? Because she's never around.
Listen, Jim.
Becky Lynch is mentioned more than Charlotte is, and she's not even under contract.
See, exactly. We know Charlotte's coming back. We don't know Becky's coming back.
Do we know Charlotte's coming back?
Listen, she's coming back.
She's
coming back.
We only know
3 words for you. Liv Morgan Shorts. Thanks, Mark Allen.
We only know one thing for sure. At the end of all of this, Dom's going to come out on top.
Or Carlito.
Honestly, that should have been. And with that, you've been listening to the Yeah We Know podcast.
Actually, wait a minute, though. Aren't they trying to tell us a story that maybe Finn and Liv are working together?
Something
right?
maybe a little devious there as well.
Finn took the card, right? Finn's the one who's walking with Dominic when he happens to be around the corner.
Let's be honest. If any of us were single
where's this
in
going?
that room, we would have taken that card too.
I would have taken the card.
I'm taking the card. On a scale, let's do this. Let's do it this way. The Rollins McIntyre and Punk triangle. I think out of a scale of 1 to 5 on how excited you are for the match, I'm thinking we're pretty high on that one. I'm thinking I'm a 5 on that. Chris, 5, Rod?
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in Rhea though. The Rhea's reaction kind of caught me a little bit off guard. I would have thought that we wouldn't have seen like Rhea basically just like open her arms back up to Dom that quickly. You know what I mean? I was kind of a little bit with that. And then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, so then you got Liv Morgan up top wearing the shorts that have already gotten mentioned now that will be legendary, iconic picture burned in forever wrestling fans' brains. And then Dom turns around and gets licked by Rhea Ripley. I mean, tough job being Dom.
Yeah, hey Dom, this is what we're gonna do today.
Yeah,
now, is there somewhere that Rhea could be the mastermind behind something as well, where she knows what's gonna happen?
I mean, certainly that makes more sense than Charlotte Flair pulling the strings for Dominic Mysterio the whole entire time, Jim. I was just wish casting there.
So Charlotte comes back and she goes with Dom.
Yeah. Okay. And then Andrade's mad. We have a story we can tell there.
So look, I got to bring this up because the Judgment Day is becoming more and more fascinating to me by the week. All right.
Good.
Because we have essentially 4 people that I don't like and don't want to root for. And 2 people I absolutely love to see in the ring and are becoming huge faces to me. You have Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley as the faces, and then everybody else I don't want to root for, but they're all in the same faction. It's completely weird to me, and I don't think I've ever experienced it before.
Where does Dom's porn stash go into that? Mark Allen wants to know.
He's his own character. He's actually the 3rd most popular member of Judgment Day, followed by former member R-Truth, followed by Carlito, then Finn Balor, then JD McDonough.
I absolutely love what Dom has done. All right. But I do not root for him to succeed in any venture he undertakes.
No, that's what I mean. It's also odd that his porn stash is able to be 3rd and then Dominic Mysterio is ranked below JD McDonough. That's the other thing that's really incredible about
it. Well, you have Nick and then Dom, right?
That's right. Tommy and Nick Mysterio, both.
So on a scale of 1 to 5,
breaking Jimmy's brain tonight, Chris. He is just not happy with us at all.
No, you guys are fantastic.
We don't have a structure of honing in on a pay-per-view and we're freewheeling and Jimmy's like, look at these guys.
I know. It's like we have a schedule. All right. Logan Paul, LA Knight. Okay. LA Knight's going to get the win. This is his crowning achievement. We are going to do a heat list after SummerSlam. LA Knight will be on that list. He will be top 5 on that list. That is my prediction. Prove me wrong.
I don't think that's going to happen at all. I think Logan Paul's absolutely winning. This is Cleveland. We're going to keep rolling with Logan Paul. We didn't just give him the belt for no reason. Like, what point did Logan Paul winning the belt make to then turn around and lose it to LA Knight at SummerSlam. LA Knight's already a big deal. He didn't need any help from Logan
Needs
Paul.
to be bigger.
No.
He was a
No.
big deal. Came down a little bit.
People
Chris,
don't like
come on.
Logan Paul enough. Like in theory, Jimmy, you're right, but people don't like Logan Paul enough that it's going to give LA Knight any kind of a boost.
I think they don't like him a lot, and I think that's going to give him a boost.
They just don't care about him. It's not that they have white hot heat in the good Vince McMahon way. They just don't care about him. They find him annoying.
LA Knight's going to win this. I'm just going to
Damn
tell you
right.
guys right now why. And unfortunately for LA Knight, I don't think he holds on to it long before Logan Paul gets it back. I see this working as a longer feud between them. I think it's a nice feud. I love rooting against Logan Paul and love rooting for LA Knight. But I think Logan loses this because we're going to have a little bit of real life leak into WWE. Logan Paul is going to be distracted. He's got lawsuits that he is suing people for talking badly about him on the internet. And that is something that's going to leak into his life in the WWE, cause him to lose this match. And then eventually he'll have to get it back after a brief hiatus.
It's actually not a bad idea. He has to go away a little bit because, he's been on TV so much and defended the title so much.
Jimmy, what are you going to close with? I'm sorry, you should close, and then if you don't pick one of the two things I still want to talk about, I have a question for you.
Well, I want to talk about if we're ever going to see the end of this Braun Breaker Sami Zayn feud. I'm hoping it's at SummerSlam. I think that we've seen enough of this now that we need to get to this match.
Well, I don't know that we've seen enough of it because Ilya Dragunov is getting squashed in the whole thing. I just don't understand what we're doing. None of it makes any sense to me on any level. Dragunov just gets squashed again. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't see what the point was of Sami Zayn winning at Money in the Bank. Jimmy, you called it immediately when we were coming out of that premium live event.
Sure.
I love Sami Zayn winning. I think his in-match ability is unrivaled, right? The emotion that Sami Zayn can tell in the ring, there's not many guys that can do it like he can. But it was a mistake to win at Money in the Bank because now this just won't matter to me. It won't matter, and it should, right? For Braun Breaker, Jimmy, you talk about it all the time. We got to create stars. Chris, you talk about it. He's an absolute badass, physical marvel, and it's just not going to be that big of a pop now. And it was a mistake to let Sami win at Money in the Bank. So that's where it all started.
Would it have been so much cooler if Braun won that belt at Money in the Bank? He could be working on his and Dragunov's feud by themselves. And then we would have been able to see Sami Zayn and Jey Uso win the tag belts from Judgment Day and make that story even more interesting just the other night.
But
I think
unfortunately,
that's coming, though.
we've been there, though, right? But we've been there with those guys, right, Jim? I mean, heck, we were there with Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, for goodness sakes. And then Jey Uso is still the longest reigning tag team champion in the WWE history with his brother Jimmy, who's still not back, right? We had Sami Zayn win the tag belts with KO at WrestleMania. Like, Chris, you're probably not wrong, but I'll be bummed out if that's where we go, because it'll just be clear that we had these two guys that we could have done something with, and we could figure out how to do it with either of them, because we get too distracted with the bloodline and Cody Rhodes.
I think that's where we are going with that, unless Gunther beats Damian Priest and Sami Zayn kind of goes to the Gunther route to be, sacrificed to him maybe for a campaign. Rod, what was your thought that you had?
I just think we have to pour out a little bit here. Let me grab a little bit of my Baja Blast and pour some out for one. Robert Lashley. Hurt Business is no more. Bob Lashley will forever be able to have his Andre the Giant Battle Royal victory. No one will ever be able to take that away from him. He will be up there with such luminaries as Baron Corbin and Madcap Moss, and the list goes on and on and on. Bob did have a good run as champion for a while. He did beat your guy.
He was U.S. champion. He was a good U.S. champion too.
Yeah, he was good. He was a good collegiate wrestler. Bob Lashley's one of those guys, Jimmy, and you can tell the tale better than I, who you thought would have been a big deal in WWE. It never worked out. He came back, and then you're like, okay, maybe we got it figured out, and then it just never really went anywhere there either.
They kind of had it figured out, though, and they just went away from it for some reason. Can you think of anything better than a bloodline Hurt Business feud? You had the Shield and the Wyatts back in the day. So you've had these huge factions that could have done something. Even the new Hurt Business, could have been something. And for whatever reason, they just didn't do it. But yeah, shout out to Bobby Lashley, no question.
Is he difficult to work with backstage? Has he been trouble before? I mean, you hear some of these stories, Jimmy. He has been around a while. What's the word on that?
I haven't heard anything on that. It might just be that he wants a little less of a schedule. I mean, the schedule for WWE, while not bad as it was for sure, is still a lot. And
it's got to be tough when a guy like Roman Reigns works, right? I mean, certainly you can't say that you're on Roman's level, but when he's the guy that works in the same company you do, you have to then go to him and say, well, wait a minute, this guy's allowed to work this many dates. Why can't I be somewhere between that? And that's got to be tough negotiation at times.
And if you break your microphone in the middle of a so here's the thing. I have had to move like 13 different podcasting places. All right. I don't ask much at all. Okay. I've done it in a car. I've done it in a basement. I've done it in my son's secondary room. I've done it in my son's tertiary room.
I have done it with a fox. I have done it in a box.
And the box fell apart.
I have done it on the East Coast.
I've done it in Florida. I've done it remote, no question. And all I want is a place where I can put my stuff and it's fine. I had to put my mic on a windowsill. And the window apparently look right here. Yep, fell off.
There we go. There we go.
Because I want the audio to be as good as possible. Now I'm going to have to hold the damn thing.
Yeah. Well, listen, Jim. We might as well wrap you out of wrestling here, and then we'll get into some sports takes for the people, and we'll get you home before you break that lovely shelf behind you.
And with that, you've been listening to the Yeah We Know podcast, part of the More You Know's podcasting network. In the ring with Jimmy, Chris, and Rod.
A wrestler who has litigation against him. My, oh my, whatever will the WWE do? There's no way that's ever happened in recorded history before.
Goodbye, net. Yeah.